Voila. Sorry, you saw my Coke can. Hi, how are you guys? I'm Toni Ressaire with Pub.Inc. I'm a publisher. Hi, thanks for joining. I see you guys. Tell me where you're calling from, where you're watching from, rather. So anyway, I'm Toni Ressaire. I'm a publisher, and I'm with creator of the site Pub.Inc. Sorry, I'm going to try to get a light here so that we have a better image. And I have a site, Pub.Inc. If you don't know me, if you're new to me, where I publish advice for writers and how to become, how to publish like a pro. So today I'm here to talk with you guys about this fabulous new app. Hi, thanks for joining. Tell me where you're joining from. That I've been using. It's a new app as far as I can tell. It's a brand new app because the creator of the app actually emailed me personally and said, hey, thanks for downloading our app and for trying it. And it's a productivity app, I guess is what you would call it, although they call it a habits app. And to be honest with you, I normally don't really, I've tried several productivity apps and they really haven't worked for me. But this one, I've been using it for about a month now, and I really love it, and it's really helped me with my productivity. So I want to tell you about it. The name of it is actually Fabulous. That's the name of it, and that's probably what caught my attention when I saw it on the App Store. And I actually downloaded it from Google Play, but I'm pretty sure you can get it on iOS. I haven't tried it yet for my iPhone. I use it on my Android tablet. And so what this app does is it helps you to create habits. And what I like about it is it just feels really personal. Okay, so when I set it up, what I did was it gave me suggestions for some habits that I might want to create, and I could tap their suggestions, but then I could add my own. And it creates rituals for me, a morning ritual, an afternoon ritual, and an evening ritual. And what you do is it reminds you every day about your rituals. And depending on how you set it up, for example, this morning, I have to tell you, it really annoyed my husband. But I had my sound off at night on my tablet, so I guess I hadn't heard it until this morning, even though I've been using the app for a while. And this morning at 7 a.m., my tablet starts talking to me, and it says, Toni, it's time to wake up. It's time to start your morning ritual. And so in order to stop it and it's playing this really like nice, soft, lovely wake up music, not like my husband's alarm that goes back, 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 back. And so I had to tap it to say basically that I was waking up and I was accepting that I was starting my morning ritual. And as soon as I tap it, it says, okay, Toni, now it's time to take your medicine, or it says something like that. It's a little more, it does have a little bit of a computer sound to it, but this is the way I was hearing it. It was like so tickled by it. So normally, I'll tell you about some of the rituals that I'll put in it, that I've put in mine, just to give you an example. And let me show you. I'm going to show you my app. So let me bring my phone over here, and let me turn on the app real quick. Excuse me, you're getting a view of my nose, I'm sure. And there's going to be a little bit of a glare. You know how hard it is doing things like this on Periscope, but I'm going to try. So there's my fabulous app. And I don't know if you can see, but what I do is I check off each of my rituals. And those are my morning rituals. And it actually keeps track of how well I'm doing. And the purpose of this app is actually to build habits, because they say that if you do something 3 days in a row, it will build a habit. And so what I have on mine, I'll just go ahead and tell you what I have on my morning ritual. I don't have, I don't have a problem checking my email. I get up every morning and check my email. It's one of the first things I do. I get to work, but the problem is I tend to get to work, started working like right away, and I forget to do some of the most basic things that are just meant to help. And so what I have on here, let me move back over here out of this sunlight. I've got a window behind me. That's why there's a huge glare. My first habit, of course, is to wake up, so that sets the alarm for me. The next habit that I have is write my to-do list. And actually, after I created my rituals, this app sent me a letter, and I'm sure it's, a canned letter, but they sent me a letter talking about how important it is to write a to-do list in the morning and how to actually achieve your to-do list, because quite frankly, I write to-do lists all the time. The problem is, and they address this in this letter, is that my to-do lists are so long that I never get them accomplished and I end the day feeling frustrated. So what they suggested that I do is only put a limited number of items. I forget how many they said, but I'm putting 5 items on my list, and to mark them A, B, and C, so that I know which ones are the priorities and those have to get done first. And the trick is to start with the A, because a lot of times those really priority things are the things that you put off until the last minute. So I've been starting with my A list every morning. Okay, but I don't start with my list right away. First of all, my next thing after wake up, it's to write my to-do list. Honestly, I go get my coffee first. And then it tells me to take my medicine, so I remember to take my medicine. I have another for my evening ritual that tells me to take my nighttime medication. I hate taking medication, so I put this on my habit building productivity list so that I'll remember to take my medication every morning, because if I don't, then after a few days I don't feel very good. The next one I have is drink water. I hate drinking water, and I don't drink enough water during the day, and I end up sitting in front of my computer, and sometimes I just won't get up for hours. And so I have a reminder a couple of times during the day to build a habit to drink water. My next one is eat a great breakfast, because I skip breakfast. And I know that it's really not good if you skip breakfast. You really want to eat breakfast every morning. I've known this for a long time. I've just never gotten in the habit of doing it. So now, for like a month now, I've been actually eating breakfast. And when I say breakfast, I have a yogurt and a banana or something like that. I don't go and cook something. Every now and then I'll cook myself an egg, because I know that some protein in the morning is really good for you. And then my last one, it was one of their suggestions, so I just added it to in my morning ritual. It says, I feel great today. So what I do is I check them off. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. There's too much sunlight. I check them off, and then after the end of, I think it's 2 weeks, I forget how often they tell me, but they tell me how I'm doing on my habit building. So I can read my report and I can see, that I'm doing really great. For example, I've been doing really great with taking my medicine and writing my to-do list, of course. But sometimes I don't check off drink water because I don't do it in the morning, and then I don't check it off. And then I have another one that's right after lunch that says, go for a walk, get some exercise. And I admit that doing it every day, sometimes I miss. And so it told me that I didn't do so great on that one. So that's this great productivity app. So why am I calling it, they call it a habit building app, but I'm calling it a productivity app. And why is that? Because I have found that by having something, and which I told you in the beginning, I've never had something like this work for me before. I've tried many different things when it comes to apps, and I just tend to not open them. But this one, I think because it's fun, it feels really personal the way they've developed the app, and because it talks to me, it's really helped me to become more productive, not just build habits. Because by doing my to-do list and marking it down and having this in front of me that tells me do this, do this, do this in the morning, I'm doing some things more quickly, and I'm getting to my work more quickly, and then I'm getting focused more quickly. One of my afternoon ritual, if I can tell you my afternoon ritual, I have on there adjust and review plans. That's my first part of my afternoon ritual, and it gives me a little reminder at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because your day changes. Things come up, people call you, you have emails, and things happen. And so my afternoon ritual, the first thing is adjust and review plans. And the second thing on my afternoon ritual is block distractions and get some meaningful work done. I also have that one in the morning that I do too after the first part of my ritual. How you like that one, the hearts? Get some meaningful work done. That's why I said, now I'm a publisher and I'm usually talking to authors. And so I labeled this, hey, for authors. This is really for anyone, but particularly for authors, especially if you're an author who works at home. We get distracted really easily, don't we? I mean, I'm a publisher, but I'm a writer too. And we get distracted so easily, and it's really difficult sometimes, especially for people who have difficulty setting aside writing time. So this one says block distractions. And so I have that one set for 2 hours, where for 2 hours I have to really focus and concentrate on something. And then later on in my afternoon ritual, I have something that says, work on a secret project. And this one is really fun. So how does this make me more productive? Because I'm getting everything I need to get done in the morning. I'm starting my list so that I know what I need to do for the rest of the day. I'm blocking distractions. I'm adjusting and reviewing my plans at a certain part of the day, midway through the day. I'm getting some meaningful and focused work done. But then I have something to look forward to, which is working on my secret project. So when I get everything done that were my priorities for the day, my privilege, my reward is that I get to work on something that I really, really love doing and that I want to do. And for me, that typically is working on communicating with my followers on my blog, through my exclusive newsletter, because I try to give information that helps people who either are already in publishing or in self-publishing, or authors who want to do their own publishing. I try to teach them how to publish professionally. And so I love doing that. So I get to work on that when I'm finished with all of the other must-have things that I need to do. So I just wanted to share with you this fabulous app that is actually named Fabulous, that since I've been using it for about a month now has really helped me become more focused in my work and more productive. And at the end of the day, I have more of a feeling of accomplishment. So go check it out. I got it off the Google Play Store because it's on my Android tablet, but I'm sure you can find it on iOS as well. Great name. I know, I love that name too, Fabulous. I said at the beginning of this broadcast, I think that that's why it caught my attention in the App Store to begin with. I didn't see a description. I just saw Fabulous. It had a cute little colorful icon, and I clicked on it. When I started reading it, I said, oh God, another habits building app, another productivity app. But you know what? This one looks really fun, so I'm going to try it. And I did. And I'm really glad I did, because it's the first one that's really worked for me. So do you guys have any thing that you do to help you be more productive? Maybe some tips and tricks during the day? Or do you have any apps that have really worked for you? Typically, I find apps that are related, for me personally, related to exercise or productivity, things that I do outside of my computer, in other words. They don't typically work very well for me, but I love my Talking Fabulous app. Okay? So catch me on Twitter. I'm at Toni Ressaire, Twitter, or at my Route 11 ebooks Twitter if you want to chat with me. If not, I hope you have a fabulous day. See ya.